At this point, I will open the Carver Conservation Commission meeting for May 2nd, 2018. Our first action today is some appointments, one of which is meet with Paul Faherty for membership on the Conservation Commission. That's done.
Welcome.
He's seated. Yes. Okay. Then a report on the business, the camp out on the Cole property.
Yep, the Boy Scouts went out there this weekend. It was a success. They,
Where did they
cleaned
actually
up.
camp?
What's that?
Where did they camp?
Down near the bog.
Okay,
Oh,
and
down
where
the
that
sand?
table is?
Yep, kind of where the flat area is, yep.
Oh.
The sand.
And they cleaned up some of the trails and stuff. And then he has one of the scouts is interested in doing the boardwalk there with the path floods. So they'll be working on that. So they had a great time, I guess.
Good. Yeah, I saw pictures on
Oh, he did? Oh, I saw some of the...
Carver helping Carver.
Oh,
those
yeah,
places.
yeah.
How did you make out with the fencing? It was all with digital contact?
I contacted, Mass DOT, but,
Take a number.
he said he's gonna send somebody out, but I think they're probably still not fixed. Well, we saw that they weren't fixed.
Right. Take a number.
Yeah.
Okay, so next item is our COC request, both of which we viewed today and found satisfactory, right?
Yeah. Do you need to see the plans?
No, I don't
I don't
think so.
think so.
Okay.
I don't, do you guys?
So this is One Crow's Nest. That's for the house
Okay,
that we looked at, the house on the hill.
so let's have a motion to issue a COC for that DEP SE 126-546.
I make a motion that we approve the COC request for 1 Crow's Nest Road, DEP SE 126546.
And
I'll
it's
second.
been moved and seconded to issue a COC for 1 Crow's Nest Road, DEP SE 126-546. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's passed unanimous.
401.
401, I'm sorry, yes.
Oh, right, to put it in the right order. Is that right?
Yeah, 401.
4.
Because we now have a new member who wasn't.
Yeah, right. One
Right.
Okay, yeah,
Wasn't there
401,
at the-
yeah.
At the visit, so.
So 4 voted yes, and
One
abstained.
One abstained, yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
right.
One abstention.
I get it.
Gotta stay tuned to this. All right, next item. On 52 Bunnies Road, DEP SE 126. The rest of the number is missing,
Oh, it should be
but
394.
394, okay.
Yep, 394.
And ownership of Jacob Braley. A motion to issue the COC.
Yep, because the work was never done.
Right. It was, right.
Issuing or rescinding?
No, you issue
I have
this
a
because he needs to
question on-
close out this number in case.
I have a question on Bunny's
Yeah.
Road.
Yep.
Before we issue the COC, I'd like the commission to think about this, you know, the bathroom being outside, the bedroom being outside.
Yeah. Clean
Can they
up.
clean that up before we issue a COC?
Well, the
I'm just
COC is,
asking.
yeah, COC is issued to show that work that was planned has been done. And since no work was done, we, you know, it's basically a null vote, even though the property still needs to be cleaned up. That's not
That's a
really.
mess.
I could call him and mention it to him.
Yeah, but it's outside the scope
Yeah.
of the COC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's in violation of the Wetlands Act.
Can you
Like
send
that.
that back down?
I will.
But it's in
not- it hasn't come
violation of
back to me.
wetlands.
The other one hasn't come back.
I don't know what he's gonna do, and I'm not sure if he's gonna sell it or if he's gonna try to fix it up himself.
I'm just thinking
Right,
out loud.
right,
You
yep.
know, it's still within, all that stuff's within the BVW, within 100 feet of the water.
Do you have those plans? The plans
Oh, I
didn't,
didn't, yeah, I just have the old
I'm just asking.
plan.
I mean, because nothing was done, we didn't look where the
Oh, shoot.
wetlands delineation was, but,
Did you leave it downstairs?
Yeah.
I think I left it downstairs. Oh, wait a minute.
all right.
Yeah, I did. Want me to go get it?
Do you want
I
to?
think I left it. I did.
No, we don't do
Gonna
that.
pass on? Okay,
Feel
that's
that.
the one coming back.
Yeah, I
If you
can't
feel
remember how
it's
far away
far
the
enough
house was.
away
Yeah.
and yada,
Plans
yada,
didn't
yada.
show the existing house anyway, they only showed the plans for the new house that they wanted to build.
That's true.
Right, which never got done.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
All right,
So-
so I'll make a motion that we approve approve the COC request since no work was done at 52 Bunnies Road, DEP SE 126-394.
394.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to issue a COC for DEP SE 126-394. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay, so that is passed 3, 1, and 1.
311.
Got to clean up that property.
311. So is it still bad?
Maybe if you tell them, now if you call them and talk to them about it, maybe because you had a denial, maybe it'll help them clean up that yard.
Yeah.
You know, it's all in the, within 100 feet, so.
Well, if you want, I can make a motion to reconsider, since we're on the prevailing side, and we can put that in as an amendment.
Now, let's not get tangled up
I
in
got
it.
a
We'll just-
feeling the COC's for sale, and I don't want to stop the sale if that's an issue.
Yeah, if somebody does buy it, ideally, they will
Yeah.
clean it up.
Yeah.
They're not gonna want to put
No.
up with that conditions. So, that's the whole
Alright,
thing.
so we'll,
But the cleaning that up wasn't part of the order of conditions.
but
so-
if it's within the wetlands, yeah, it's still a violation that we caught.
Right.
And we can stop the COC on that action. That's all I'm thinking. But I don't want to stop a closing. I'm sure if it is a closing and people are buying that property, I'm sure they'll clean that up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it
Usually
is
you
or
don't
not.
run for a COC like that all of a sudden.
Certainly is
Would be within 100 feet.
They wait until the bank is screaming at them, and then they, oh, we need one of those, oh, okay.
Well, we're gonna roll down the
So
hill
we
and-
have minutes from,
Let's
at this
go.
point, let's discuss the minutes from, and examine the minutes from April 18th. And if you find them okay, we'll pass. Otherwise, if you find changes needed, please speak up, and we'll then do those.
Yeah, let's take a few minutes and move through this.
I wonder if that is the neighbor's property. There was a neighbor next door again. Came in 10:07 last night. I want copies of everything in the book. After all that, in
April 18th. Yeah, it just kept going. That's right. This thing just kept rolling along.
That paragraph in there stating that the,
C-130?
about the solar array there,
Oh.
saying that it could be moved to 600 feet instead of 200 feet if there's a problem with screening. I don't think that that's actually accurate, but,
600 feet?
yeah.
Is that what one of the
No,
butters?
if it's 600 feet, you don't need screening.
Oh, okay.
If it's 600 feet away.
If it's 600
Right,
feet away,
right.
the solar company doesn't have to do
Right.
anything to screen it.
Right,
I'm-
that makes sense.
Feel bad for the neighbors.
I spoke to some.
If they move it to 600 feet, they'd have to put it in a whole different box.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would. Well, it'd be on the other side of that bog at least.
But then it would be 200
Then it
feet
would
from
be
the
too
other
close to
people.
the other house.
Exactly.
Can't win for trying.
Well, we'll see.
I'd like to add something if I can, because I think this is something that we discussed, and it was probably when a lot of us were all talking at one time. On page 4, after the third paragraph, the last sentence of the third paragraph said, Jim Nowen explained that Carver requires colored lines on plans. I would like to add after that, because this is what I remember happening. It was determined that the bog itself is a wetland, therefore making the drawings incorrect.
Yeah.
All right, and then we go due to the large number of questions. Now, then we go down to the next
That's a good
paragraph. So
idea.
I would add
Good.
that in if we could.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
Added it.
And
Good.
that was one of the reasons you continued it too, because you wanted all the buffer zones put in.
Right.
We wanted the drawings
Yep.
updated.
Okay.
All right, so,
May 2nd, which is today.
We all good?
Yeah.
Make a motion that you accept the minutes of the April 18th meeting as amended by Savory Moore.
I'll second that.
okay, been moved and seconded to approve the minutes for April 18th as amended. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed, so we have 401.
Too late.
It's only the first week you have to go through this. It gets easier.
Really?
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so the minutes are down. On to page 2.
So at quarter past, we will open the continue the hearing for Andrews Point Road.
It's continued. Do we have to wait?
Yeah,
No.
we should,
There's
because
no,
of the time.
there's no time. 'Cause
No,
it's continued.
there's not, but usually we allow,
Oh,
usually,
oh, okay, in case,
it's a 15-minute
Yeah.
period at the beginning.
What are we doing?
It's true, it
We're
doesn't
waiting
say
till
that.
7:50.
because for continues, you,
7:15 to
I
go to the
think,
continuing
Peg
hearing.
never really put a time.
Yeah.
You have to.
No, it's true, she didn't, but
I mean, you
So
could
I'm used to
actually
thinking of it like
even
I
say
said.
that the other two
Right,
would
given
continue until
those
the
names.
16th if you want to. In case there's somebody here.
okay. We can announce that the other two hearings that were scheduled to be heard today are also continuations, but they are being continued again. That is 0 Rochester Road, DEP SE 126-555, and 0 Center Street, DEP SE 126-561. Both of those will
One
be
hearing
heard
tonight?
Yes.
on May 16th.
At
So those, yeah, both have
7:45?
requested continuances, yep.
Right. So, nobody ran out the door? Okay.
No.
Oh, yes, we did.
Oh,
We're just waiting.
Oh, that's the lady,
was she from Center?
yeah.
Oh.
She's from Edaville, yeah,
Oh.
like the lady on the
Yeah,
far side of
I
Rochester.
contacted the one lady with the blonde hair, the one who's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, always very interested. So I emailed her and told her, and so she said thank you. So I figured she would tell everybody else. But
Maybe they don't talk to one another.
probably don't.
Sand up here.
And in deference to it, this was on our,
Yeah, what the hell?
And that's what we're gonna start doing here. That didn't get put on only because it had already been posted. And when he requested the, so,
You're right,
but
sand.
typically we don't do that, but I'm gonna start doing that because that way people can look on it and say- and then not bother to show up. So that's what
when
we're
it's a
doing.
hot button issue, you got, you know,
Getting a little
I know.
a
crusty.
lot of people in the
And it's
neighborhood
not-
showing up
And
and
I'm not,
it's, to
I'm
be
not
honest.
obligated to,
No, you're not.
but I feel bad when people come and it's been
Okay.
continued, so.
At this time, I'd like to resume the hearing for 14 Andrews Point Road, that is DEP SE 126-554. And just to read the notice for clarification, notice hereby given in accordance with Mass Wetlands Protection Act. Public hearing will be held 7:45 PM on Wednesday, January 17th. And it's for, here, the notice of intent for Jeffrey Merritt and Joseph Pezzanato to elevate the existing single-family dwelling, install a new foundation under the dwelling, and upgrade the existing septic system. The proposed work will be conducted within the 165-foot buffer zone to Sampson's Pond. A variance is requested to allow the work within the 65-foot buffer protected under the Carver Wetlands Protection Bylaw. The project is located at 14 Andrews Point Road, Carver, Mass 1, Lot 8. All interested parties are invited to attend. Copies of all plans, filings, and pertinent documents are available at the Conservation Commission office. Okay, first victim.
First and only.
Sign in, please.
Yeah.
So you remember, Jeff, Mr. Merritt came in and talked to us informally about, changing the original plans that he had.
We'll split this.
This is the curve with all the changes.
Yeah, no colored lines, though.
What? Yeah, we can share. We can share. So originally, we were just gonna lift it up, the foundation.
We wouldn't allow them to do anything.
Yeah, this is the buffer, there's 65, there's the 100 foot.
This is a very steep slope. This is what they're-
Anyway, so now he's moved it outside the 65. That's the existing house there.
For the record, in the future, and actually for these plans will have to be amended to show that the wetlands line is to be indicated in blue. Okay, the 65-foot line is to be indicated in red, and the 100-foot line is to be indicated in green. So those should be put on the map.
Oh, that's Webby, that's why.
There's a foundation. So,
Maybe they don't have those colors up in Plimpton.
that's the Hank, yeah. He already had, was gonna do that originally, so that hasn't changed.
I don't think he has colored pens. I thought that was gonna be.
Instead of pushing
I thought they were gonna push it from the back here. That's understanding,
Says proposed,
but it looks to me, weren't they gonna put it up by the garage?
proposed dwelling.
Good, okay, this has colors.
Did you do?
All right, somebody paid attention.
the whole thing was in 63.
Oh, there you go. That's what we were looking for.
Have one more of those?
Is that the old one?
This is where the original.
Is that the old one I have?
was.
Is that the old one you gave them? Because I have those, I still do have that.
That's the original?
You can see on this actually, they have the.
That's the one plan that we were just looking for the COC. Oops, I put it in the right
You
one.
found that plan you were looking for, Tim?
I found the plan for Bartlett's Pond. Yep, here's the one he had originally. Tim, see,
Is that what we're looking at now?
So it looks like you've moved the house as far forward as you can.
We have, right, we've moved the house as far forward as possible. We are getting the leaching field outside of the 100-foot zone and, you know, eliminating the two septic cesspools that are on the property.
Yep, that was, he was doing that anyway with the septic. Yep, septic's still there. Oh, yes, shit, was that? Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
you
fine,
moved it.
yeah.
Yeah, looks like it.
So you're
So
gonna,
that the
you're gonna.
septic is all out of the 100.
Contractor will pump and fill, okay, that's good.
Shed stand.
Contractor will pump and remove.
See, that was, that was the existing house, and he was just gonna raise it, and,
Actually, it's a nice.
so now he's just gonna leave this area,
Yeah,
let it grow in.
they were telling us the foundation.
Do some plantings.
It's a block foundation, but.
This is a lot of
Went to
activity.
But they were gonna
Because you went down to the
raise and do all kinds of crazy shit.
Any questions about these,
They
Brooke?
didn't move it further back from the line.
Well, I mean,
He's got, the guy's got money.
I think it seems better than the original.
Yeah.
But still,
I mean, he's-
still within,
It's still within the 65 foot, but, well, this part here, but, just because it's within the 65 foot doesn't mean they
See,
can't.
now he's existing deck.
I thought when
It's
we
huge.
first talked
They show
about
Get rid of that.
when to do this, that this
Right.
house was further
Kinda
back.
get rid of that, and now he's got this porch instead, but.
Which brings it to 35 feet.
It'd be really quite a bit further back, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Look at here, it's like only 2
We
feet.
thought it was even more than it's indicated
I
on
know.
the map. eh?
Yeah.
It's on the edge of a pond. It's
Yep.
not really a big.
Yes, it would have been perhaps outside the 100-foot.
Not all the way.
What part was it?
I don't think they can, I don't think you could possibly get it outside that
They can let-
65
probably
foot.
wouldn't let him
Tell you
put
the
the house
truth.
there like they did way back then.
Is there an intermediate idea between the first one and this? Was there an intermediate that we?
Not that I'm aware of, that you've seen a plan, no.
I just, there's something that was telling me that when we talked about the option of doing this instead, that the new dwelling was a little bit further back.
than where it is now.
Right.
I thought so too.
But we might be wrong.
Not that
There
I'm
are
aware
no
of.
drawings to show that. There was something that kind of stuck in my mind that it was going to be a little
Too.
further back.
Exactly what I was thinking.
But anyway, this is what it is.
Well, it doesn't have to be what it is. 15 feet. Let me get this straight.
It's better than the original.
Very minor.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
I think it's a
We want them to try and move it back further.
we got so much wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. Sir, which way is the leaching field going on that? I see the proposed 1,500-gallon tank.
Yes, sir?
Where's the, I'm missing the leaching field, just give me
It's
an
up,
idea.
up by the driveway?
Back by the garage.
Yeah, it's right next to the garage, 10 feet away from the garage.
Oh, there it is, thank you.
Leaching
Thank
chambers,
you.
yeah.
For some reason, I was looking over in here for it. Thank you.
We're limited to space.
Yeah, that's
See,
right,
and
that's
you don't-
57 feet. So, oh, boy.
The driveway's
Right,
already,
right,
the
right.
driveway's where it is, so we can't really go, you know,
Oh, 57 feet.
yeah, yeah.
Now you're tearing down a garage.
Right, so it's up to the edge of the driveway.
2,000 square foot lot.
Right,
Looks like the back house pretty flat,
yep,
Do have exceptions for
very little slope to the pond.
yep. Right.
The bottom line is it gets the house farther back, so.
And then
it's-
you can
it's
just leave that
beneficial.
too, yep. Yeah, as far as the 65,
Yeah.
it still is, there, but it's the whole, the whole entire thing
It
is
has to say
before.
10 feet off the property line. So they're gonna,
I think it's nice. I like the fact that it's back
Mm.
off where it sits now, and it's as far back as practical.
We've tried
And
very
it's
hard.
it's a pond house, so,
Mm.
Yes.
you know,
what are you talking about?
they moved the house
Yeah, back, yeah.
Yeah.
farther
Yeah,
back.
yeah, that's what we,
And there's very little slope to the yard.
down there's a good slope. There's a hole right where they're putting the house. If you don't see it here, but if you were on site, there was a
Big dip.
hole right there.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned about that, I'm more concerned about the location of the septic system to the well, 57 feet. But hey, wait a minute, that's not our problem.
Do you have a Board of Health? Yeah.
We did, it was approved
Yeah,
by
I
them.
I thought it was, I talked to Kevin about it, yeah, originally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Kevin about it
All
originally.
right,
So the Board of Health has signed up, planning board, all right with this thing
Yeah.
too?
I don't,
We haven't been there yet.
I'm not gonna.
oh, do you have to go to plan?
Cleaning water out of the lake.
Is this a walk-in under the deck, the porch?
Correct.
So it's a, if you look at it coming up the driveway, it's a single-story house with a walkout basement, am I correct? I don't need details, I just,
When you drive up to it, yes, you'll look
Yeah,
at it
it's-
as if you were looking at one level.
Yeah,
Correct.
okay.
There is a second in the back, but yes.
Is that an
That's fine.
elevation?
Yes, it is.
I would like to take a look at it.
What do you have to go to planning
More
for?
because I like looking at elevations of buildings,
Oh.
see what people are
give you some
doing.
ideas?
You do, do you?
Okay.
When you drive up, this is your
I don't-
elevation.
I don't know why you would,
I don't think you
usually
would.
one
I don't
house
know
you
why.
have. Yeah,
Wow.
There's no
Yeah.
zoning
When you
bylaws
drive up,
you're
you're
trying
gonna
to
see
get
this?
around. There's
Yes.
not
Well, so it's 2 floors
Board
on
of
the
Health
front.
for the well.
Cathedral.
I have a feeling you don't have,
Oh,
I don't know why.
got it,
Conservation.
yeah, okay, cool.
The closeness to the pond, I don't know.
But there's
why
a-
you'd
Usually
have to
one
go-
house doesn't go to plan,
Yeah.
like, you know,
Why you'd have to go-
Loft bedroom, kind
Just a one bedroom,
Yeah,
so it's a
yeah.
two-bedroom house. Correct.
of. Okay. It looks
They're
nice
still going to
looking.
be building within the 65-foot line,
Yes.
Right.
so we'll have to issue variance for that.
Yeah, we would have to, which we would have, we were gonna do anyway.
The old way, the entire house was on
Right, going by it.
65 foot, opposed to less than half the house now.
Yep. And so where the house is now, that area that we moved it back from, you're just gonna leave that to grow in?
All that.
Correct,
Yeah.
all natural.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Where you going?
You're gonna
Based
remove
on the
existing
commission's concerns
foundations,
from last
though?
time, we really did try to move the house as much as possible, as close to the garage as we could, but
Yeah.
still have some access there.
Yeah.
We did get nervous, a little bit of turning radius, especially where that end of the property, a whole bunch of people use it for a turnaround.
Oh.
Point Road, drive around the garage.
Yeah,
and back
yeah,
out. So
yeah.
that was the reason to keep the septic and the
Yeah.
tank in the field all out of the driveway.
Oh,
as much as
okay.
possible. So
Yeah.
trying to fit a lot of moving pieces in this.
Yeah.
Is it the point where Halifax,
I think it's really, wow. Now this is.
but he's a good guy, I like Joe, I think he's a heck of a good guy.
You would demolish the house, obviously, and take the foundation out also?
Yes.
And then just let it, naturally grow back?
Actually go back, yep.
You have grass, or just let it do its thing?
Shit out of it.
Whatever natural is.
Yep.
They make good money.
I would prefer natural as opposed to
Yeah, I
grass.
would too, that's
Yeah.
why I just asked.
No
Yeah, 'cause I think-
fertilizers, no, it's just
Right, because
natural.
you didn't really care about having
Not
a
looking to
lawn.
mow anything.
Right.
Get a goat.
Been there, done that.
We don't want you to fertilize anything because it gets into the lake.
That's it. It's a slippery slope.
I know when they came to my house, he said, you gotta leave this all natural, no problem. That works for me.
And it's on a slab, so
Yeah,
no digging,
well,
a little bit.
they gotta put their foundation in and so forth. It's a, put it on 4 feet, we'll put it, so.
So that's well above the.
Yeah, they're not getting any water where they are, that's for sure.
Are you gonna move that shed or just take that down? The existing shed that's right off your walk-around walkway?
I know it's not gonna stay because it's pretty dilapidated.
Okay,
What goes back, how it goes back, I really don't know that yet. I just haven't got that far.
okay.
It's just a shed on the ground anyway, right?
Well, it's still within 100 feet.
Yeah.
Put it in the driveway, stop people from driving.
Just don't put it within the just don't put it within the 65
Natural
foot,
block.
that's all. Just don't put it within the 65 foot.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with this.
I don't either.
I don't either. I mean,
I'm good.
it's moving an existing house away, it's getting rid of the cesspools.
Yeah, they're helping us more than anything else, so I'm happy with what I see.
Okay, so we're pretty happy with things. Motion to close the hearing?
I'll put on my happy face.
There might be a neighbor here. I think there's a
Oh,
neighbor.
there's in a butter.
Oh,
Yeah,
and the butter. Come on up, sir.
Yeah,
If you'd
man.
like to speak, please sign in and
And
let us
sign.
know what you got in mind.
Just a lady.
My name's John Capro. I'm the property owner of 12 Andrews Point Road, very near adjacent to Butter. So as I'm looking at these plans here now, this is different than what was previously
John?
filed. I'm sorry,
Are you on here as Lot 9, or are you Lot 6?
Lot 9.
You're Lot 9, okay.
Right. Yep.
Thank you. Sorry to interrupt you.
No. So these are new plans and drawings
Yep.
from the last meeting?
Yep.
Okay, I haven't seen any of this.
Oh, okay.
This is the first time I've seen it. I
Yep.
was at the Conservation Office last night.
Yep.
And what the lady gave me was a copy of, well, the best of what she could do was what appears to be, or probably
Yeah.
was the older design.
Yeah, and so he had that originally, and then what happened was he came with that first proposal. And after some discussions and things, he decided it was better to, go back and revise the plans. And that was why it kept getting continued, because it took a while for him to get new plans and things like that. So yes, these are the brand-new plans. So Deb wouldn't have had them yesterday.
as you'll note on those drawings, he's relocated the house back from where it was, so he's back from the
Yep.
lake, which pleases us. And he's got a new septic system going in. It's above, outside the 100-foot, too.
And how about the grading? It doesn't look like, the old plan had some new grading.
It has it on it, if you take a look. At
Right, the old plan had new grading. The old plan was, the intent was to lift the
Right.
building up, rebuild the foundation under it, make it a little higher, and
Yep.
then fill behind the house and to the side of the house that faces you.
Right, and so in this plan here,
He's moving the house.
just moving it back, it doesn't, I don't,
Away
that's what I'm
from the
saying, I
lake,
don't
yeah.
see any, I don't see any grading here.
No?
Right.
Well,
Okay,
there's,
right.
No.
it's right here.
Yes,
Why- why?
no, but it's not new grading. It's the
Oh, it's the
existing
old
grade.
grading,
It's the
yeah.
existing grade.
It's the existing grades, but it doesn't look like he's changed it.
Minor though, it's 106, 106, 104, 102. I mean, it's pretty flat when you look at it.
Slope, yeah, really,
Right
it's
at
not
the
even that much,
water's
yeah.
edge. Yeah, the water's edge itself, which they all do.
So there was mention of the existing cesspools, both of them to be removed?
Yes, the old cesspools, if you take a look on the drawings in front of you, you'll see it says existing cesspool to be abandoned, contractor to pump and fill with clean sand.
Oh, there's one there.
So the old cesspools are being removed.
If I may, I'm sorry, one of those is on his property, 3/4 of it's on his
Correct.
property. So we have to get permission to fill that one.
And
There's been no discussion, and again, this is new to me, so at this moment, I can't agree to anything. And I choose not to, because I don't know the impact of working on my property, or leaving the cesspool in place, the effect on the value of the property, any potential hazards in the future.
let me say this to you, sir. And if I'm correct, sir, I think that will end up going, as it reads to us, we don't have a problem with it.
Just to be abandoned.
I think at that point, if we agree with this, it's gonna have to go to planning.
Probably.
I would say that's where it's gonna end up,
But
not in front of us.
what would planning? Why would it have to
Planning
go to
would,
planning?
well, they have to work out some kind of deal and go to planning, because
Oh, because it's on,
we don't wanna get involved.
John's property.
This is not on
right.
his land.
But it's
All
your,
we're
but it's
doing
your
is
cesspool?
approving the site.
That's weird.
Okay.
We're approving the site.
Right,
We're not involved with that part.
right.
And I don't think we should get involved with that
It's
part.
not our jurisdiction.
It's not our jurisdiction.
I think we could probably put in the order of conditions based on planning board approval of.
Yeah.
of,
Yeah, that's how we
filling
do it,
in
yeah.
that
So
cesspool.
is that why, that's why he would have to go to planning for that?
Planning of the building inspector.
Yeah, that has
For
nothing
the-
to do with that.
Because it's on someone else's property?
Right,
you think?
exactly so. We don't want to
Yes.
get caught up in that.
Right, oh, no, no.
So we'll put it as a part of our order of conditions. I think that's a great
That
idea.
it doesn't approve the,
Yeah, if we decide to
work on
vote
his
for
property.
approval,
yeah,
that'll be part of the order of
Okay.
conditions, that it has to be settled.
yep.
So they can't start until that's settled.
Okay, the other concern that, too, I had, and that's the reason I asked about grading earlier, because this plan doesn't show any new grading, and they're talking about letting it remain natural, which I'm fine with, but what natural is going to be down there is nothing but weeds. I mean, it's just gonna be small vegetative growth,
Well, he's
But-
gonna leave it all natural, from what I understand. He
Which
doesn't
we'd
want-
really
doesn't
rather have than a lawn.
Well, yeah,
want a lawn
right.
down there.
I mean,
We don't want a lawn down there.
And the elevation drawings, should I look at those?
Oh, I think-
I haven't seen
Oh, for
any
the,
of this,
for
those.
the,
He brought them down.
He has them, yeah.
I'm just trying to understand the scope of the project, because I
Yeah,
know very
sure.
little of this. I was, this has changed since the last hearing that they had.
If you need any explanation for those drawings, these gentlemen would be glad to help you with that.
and the cesspool thing, I mean, that's actually better.
would
If they
imagine that
abandon
would
it
be
and
a-
fill it
It
with
has to
clean
be
sand,
filled.
it's not,
Right.
it's,
It has to be filled, but if it's on somebody else's
Right.
property, we can't,
but that's a better thing than leaving it the way it is.
oh, we want it filled.
Right.
A piece of it is on his property.
Half of it. Well, it looks like 3/4 is on this
It's on
gentleman's
his
property.
property.
That's weird. I wonder how that happened. One of those old, yeah, yeah,
Back in the day, just
Right.
started digging.
yeah.
Back in the day, was this one lot, once upon a time?
Oh,
I think way, way back it was.
Probably.
So
so
when they
maybe that's
broke it
why.
up, somebody didn't measure right, and for the sake
Yeah.
of 2 more feet,
the septic ended up
This
on
was
his.
all, these were all summer
Yeah.
cottages. They weren't full.
And there were
weren't year-round homes
cesspools,
back in the
obviously, yeah.
50s and 60s. They were
your
just,
land was to the first rock and
Yeah,
pretty much.
second pine tree on
that
the
whole
left.
shore,
exactly.
that whole shore was small dwellings,
Yeah,
spaced pretty close together.
The development off of West Street has a number of lots where their septic system and/or wells are on other properties adjoining, next to them. It's a really, real disaster that way.
oh, jeez. Your leaching field was?
I would check with the building department before you run down to planning, just because this may not really be a planning board. I don't know what this is
Let's-
planning
it's-
board either, because they can't order it.
Might be
They
Board of
can't
Health.
order,
Let this jump,
Sorry, I work for a large builder, yes, it is the building commissioner who will make the ultimate.
Oh, okay,
It's not
that's,
a planning board.
I didn't
Yeah.
think so.
thank you, I knew it wasn't us.
Because the planning board cannot force this gentleman to allow you to remove something that's on his land.
It's the building commissioner.
So,
yeah,
Well, and work on my land as well.
the building commissioner, can you?
Well, if you don't want it filled, you know.
I mean, it's better for it to be
I don't
filled
see why
with
you
clean
wouldn't.
sand, isn't it?
Right now, I don't know if there would be any issues or not, that's what I'm saying.
We don't have a problem with them filling it, I'm telling you that.
No, it
Yeah.
might be
That's all
perfectly
I'm saying.
fine.
and if it needed to be pumped, I'm assuming that you'd allow them to come in and pump it out.
Well, they can actually pump it out from their side, I mean, a third of it's on
You
their
can pump it
property
from
anyhow.
your side. Yeah, I don't have a
Strange.
problem with making that part of the conditions.
Yeah,
I don't either.
that part's not, that's to
Then
be
he doesn't have to
decided
come
by,
back here for anything.
yeah,
else.
that's to be decided by the building
Yeah,
commissioner.
all right.
Is the cesspool, or the new septic tank 10 feet from the property line, that's within the boundaries?
Yep,
You have Board of Health approval, right?
Yes.
Yep.
10 feet is the code, 10 feet
Yep.
from the house, 10
Okay.
feet from the border of the property.
And Board of Health signed off on the well to the septic, so we're good there.
And what about the other surfaces around the building? Is it going to be asphalt, or is it going to just remain as gravel?
We're trying to keep the site as natural as possible,
Okay, so no,
permeable surfaces
Yep,
and natural
right.
as possible.
it says gravel driveway right on the drawing.
oh, did I miss that?
Says existing gravel driveway.
Existing.
So what does the building commissioner do? They can't make.
And should they want to alter that, they would have to come back before us if it went inside the 100 feet.
Yeah, anything within the 100 feet. That's a lot,
And do you know what the distance is between the corner of the house to the homes are?
Two lives.
They can adjust it.
From the existing to my place?
Foot setback.
The narrow corner, the corner dimension, measurement? No, right. No, I get that. It's just when this building is removed, it's gonna be a void, and it's gonna be infilled, but during the time that
The angle
the concrete foundation or concrete blocks removed, the soil's gonna be, it's gonna be weakened, right? There's a potential for it to be weakened, and being a fully sanded, pretty much soil.
You have to kind of address it toward
I'm
us
sorry.
when we work it out here, okay?
Right, I'm sorry.
If you
Right,
go back and forth over there, we don't get any part of this.
No.
I think we're hard of hearing or something, I'm not sure.
It looks to be, based on the scale of these drawings, it looks to be between 17 and 20 feet.
Right, about 50, I was guessing 15.
Yeah, the scale is 1 inch equals 20 feet, and this is coming in at 7/8 of an inch, so that's
Right,
about.
because another concern that I have is with the excavation and the soil being moved around, my house is built on concrete piers and blocks, so the soil's weakened when this is removed. I don't see any indication here on the drawing on how to either reinforce the soil in and around there or any other measures to, prevent
Again,
any
sir.
possibility.
Again, sir, that's the building department.
okay.
Not us. I'm sorry.
It was a,
We have to, because of so many questions with different properties, we really have to, we work on the conservation side, and anything to do with building, zoning, we run into this all the time. We just have to refer them.
Yep, no, that's fine, I agree, I understand.
Thank you.
It was soil that I was concerned about, and I didn't know if the board here had any say in that respect with that type of work.
Basically, all we would ask as part of our order of conditions is to put hay bales or some kind of protective to keep anything from flowing into the water. I mean, I'm sure you could talk to the owner about extending that along your property line. If I recall right now, the foundation that's under the current building is cinder block, so removing it shouldn't be.
It's not a
That-
concrete foundation. They're just gonna, they can hand pop that block if they have.
Yeah, I
Look,
don't-
and you're calling for a silt fence right on the drawing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the fence, we got it all.
Right,
You
so.
did a good job with that part.
But once that block wall is removed, there may be some tendency for the land to slip.
I'm
It's
sure
hard
they're
to
gonna
say.
fill that in.
You know, it's
What block wall?
the
Under
block
the
wall
hu-
that's the
under
present
the
base of the house.
The existing.
Oh,
Okay.
The existing foundation.
gotcha. Because that wood retaining wall, I assume, is staying?
Yeah. So that helps too.
Yeah. So that's gonna hold everything in place anyhow. The silt fence is just gonna keep the runoff.
Right, yeah. I didn't see anything on the foundation. The foundation. Won't take much not to have the house down.
Oh, but we have to, we don't have to, but the two owners have to be prepared for the fact that the land may start to settle
Right.
when that barrier is removed of the foundation wall from the
Yeah.
old site.
Oh, that's the septic system.
I think I'm okay, I'm good for now.
Okay.
The condition regarding the cesspool, I'd like to have that.
If you're concerned
Yeah.
about that cesspool, please go to the building department and tell them your concerns and see what they say to you. I would, if you're concerned about it that much, I would definitely go to them. I wouldn't, that's your next step, but it's not here.
Does he have to do that? He doesn't want.
You can also go with the, all your other issues with, all that.
Right, I understand those are more construction related.
Okay.
Any other
Now,
questions?
could we choose to leave the septic system the way it is?
I'm sorry?
If say John didn't want them to do work on his property, could he just have them leave the septic system?
Could
Or
definitely,
do
Well-
they have
you
to?
could abandon it.
You can abandon it, but I'd want it pumped if you're gonna
Oh,
abandon it.
yeah.
Well, see, there's the
Pump it
problem
out.
though, it's being abandoned on my property, then who does the septic tank then belong to?
Well, sir, that's what we were talking about. The septic system belongs
The
to,
cesspool, rather, I'm sorry.
well, cesspool is on your property.
Part of it, most of it.
But I don't even want to get into that.
No, it's kind of a weird
Guys,
thing, I
no,
know.
No, we
I don't
don't
know
get
how it
into
works.
that.
Yep.
You guys go to talk to the building department about it. I don't want to hear it. If I start making comments, we can get in trouble. We're gonna cut that out real quick.
I don't know enough about it to be able to speak intelligently.
No.
It's kind of an odd situation, Somebody else's septic is.
I think I would, I like this, and I would go along with Savory's amendment to the COs, to the order
Yep.
of conditions.
Yeah.
So I'll put that in as a condition.
I think, what do you think about just changing it to the septic tank that needs to be satisfactorily worked out between
It just says, just saying that the cesspool,
the cesspool, rather.
cesspool located on the
On lot,
both properties.
on lot 9.
On
or-
both
yeah.
properties, on lot 9
Yep.
and on lot, what is this lot?
Lot 8.
Lot 8, has to be settled between,
Yeah.
at the building department.
Right, settled, I think
Or
Savory
another
had the
department.
wording that it had to be disposed of or filled in or something like that.
Prior to building. I think.
Gentlemen, all right with that?
Prior to a building permit.
That the
Yeah,
septic
prior to a building
system,
permit.
that cesspool issue
make
has
sense?
to be solved.
Resolved. The cesspool system has to be resolved prior to the issuance. I'm sure the building department's gonna work on it anyhow.
Right.
Right, right.
Yeah,
But if, in any case, once it's resolved, it still has to be filled, has to be pumped and filled with clean soil, so forth and so on. Okay. I beg your pardon?
Can,
Well, I don't know if I would abandon this, no.
See, we're
I
talking,
wouldn't
I'm sorry,
abandon-
we're talking about the cesspool again, and this is my concern. If it's abandoned and not filled and it's on my property.
We have
and
nothing to do with it, that's what I was just saying,
if I may offer this, Tim, if we have nothing to do with it, why is it gonna be in the conditions?
well, we have to make sure that, we have to make
on the
sure that
plan.
we're approving this,
What we've already said is that it's the building department that's gonna have to make sure.
yeah.
that it's the
We're gonna
planning
approve
board
it
and-
subject to the building
Right.
building department's approval, that's it.
And they will, if it gets filled in place on your site, it's stable. It's not gonna be a problem. It won't collapse anymore. It gets filled in
It's
solidly
better.
with sand. It'll be more stronger than it was before.
But if there's a situation where it needs to be removed, who's responsible for that? And then the removal of the soil, and then we would have to come in front of the board again to
No.
get
No,
permission
no.
to do that?
No.
no, because it's on this plan, so by approving this plan, if that's, it
No,
says,
I'm saying in the future, if it's left and infilled, and then it needs to be removed, that's part of the problem. It's the future, it's not necessarily right now as it is.
Why would it need to be removed, though, if
I
it
don't,
was?
I don't know.
I think if it's
haven't
filled, it would be just
That's
sit
what,
there.
pumped out
okay,
and-
stop,
Yeah. Yeah.
no, go to the building department.
Well, what is your concern with them doing what they're saying to do here on the plan? Just that it's on your property and you're concerned that how they're gonna do it?
Well, that's part of it, right?
And being
And
stuck with it.
again, I'm not familiar with this new plan. I've only seen the old one.
Why?
So, I haven't had time really to look at this and understand it fully. It's the first time, so.
Okay,
Understandable.
right, but.
It was actually, it was in the old plan, too.
But the cesspool's within the 65 feet, and this drawing says that it's going to be pumped and filled with clean sand. If we don't know if that's the case, because of the possible difference of opinion between the owner of Lot 9 and the owner of Lot 8, I don't know if we can approve this until that's settled.
The other thing is too, I don't even know if he has a legal right to abandon it on my property. That's the thing.
Those are
Well,
questions
that's up for a
that,
lawyer.
This
But we're putting in
issue
a
was
condition,
on
though.
the original plans that you had plenty of time to look at. None of that has changed. All we did was move the house. That
That's
cesspool
been
was
there
still
since
on the
day
original
one.
plan. It was still gonna be filled in, pumped out, and filled in with clean sand. So moving the house never changed this cesspool issue.
So it's always been there.
It's always been in the plan right from day
I mean,
one.
it makes it better. I don't understand. what the-
I don't think the cesspool is our issue.
I don't either, I just approve it as
I think
on the
with a
drawing.
condition.
Just approve it or disapprove it,
I agree
period.
with Tim. I would approve it as on the drawings, and
and
if
if-
there's a problem,
Right.
the abutter has a right to file a complaint, and
Yep.
the owner of the property has a right to go
Yep,
forward.
I agree.
If we're gonna bail out of the septic system, then we can't have any wording in it.
That's it.
That has anything
I
to do
agree.
with it.
I agree with you. Yes,
It's my personal take on it.
yeah, I think you're right.
It seems to me it would be a better situation to do
Well,
that.
we see it that way, but he may
Yeah.
not. Now,
Well, I'm not
you
worried
may-
about
You
other
may want to consult a
departments.
lawyer.
I'm not worried about other departments, we're just gonna approve the drawings as noted,
Right,
done, if we decide to approve the drawing.
right. And then it's up to you gentlemen to,
Yeah, work it
They
out.
work it out, yeah.
but this gets you off from having to come back to us.
Yeah.
so that when either the building department or the planning board or whoever you end up with doesn't say to you, well, okay, now you're all set here, now go back to conservation, and next thing you know, 3 months goes by, and it's gonna start to snow, and you don't have a project started yet.
No, I agree. Let's move to a vote on this thing.
Okay.
I'd make a motion to
Sounds good
close
to
the
me.
hearing.
It's good to me.
I second that motion.
Been moved and seconded to close the hearing on 14, what is it?
Andrews Point
Andrews
Road.
Point Road. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any negative, any opposed? So it's 4-0-1, one abstention. Okay. Now then,
Up to the 65-foot.
yeah, on the
Variance.
variance.
To issue the variance, yep.
Been moved, we need a motion to issue a variance for the new site of the house.
Still partially in the 65-foot, so I,
Right.
That- well, we need a variance, that's why.
that's why we need the
Right.
variance.
Okay. So, gentlemen want to
issue the
suggest
variance.
that?
Somebody's to make a motion
Issue a
to issue the
variance
variance, right.
for property within the 65-foot buffer zone due to conditions of the property. It's an improvement over previous locations.
The
but
previous location,
It still is within the 65-foot.
I'll make a motion that we approve the variance at 14 Andrews Point Road.
I'll second, okay, whoever.
sorry.
All right, that works, okay.
Moved and seconded to approve the variance for the house being within the 65-foot, partially within the 65-foot buffer zone at 14 Andrews Point Road. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Getting 4-0-1 on that. So, now then,
We go for the NOI.
We need a motion
Yeah.
to
Issue the order.
issue the order.
order, right?
I'll make that motion to issue the order that, how do you want to word this? Issue the order for 14 Andrews Point Road,
Right.
Put the SE number in,
SE
please.
126-554,
There you go.
as drawn in the plans,
Yeah, as noted, yep.
as noted.
As noted.
Okay.
I'll second that.
So it's been moved and seconded to issue NOI for 14 Andrews Point Road, DEP SE 126-554. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Again, voted 4-0-1.
There you go.
Okay.
So the conditions,
So, so are we not gonna put that condition about the septic? We're gonna let that go? Okay.
but we should put the order, in the conditions, we should put the
I'll get you a copy soon.
65-foot yard placards.
What are you doing? I mean,
We should do that.
Put
We
the
should
posts?
also say,
Okay.
no, I know
and
that.
the
I
language
worked
that
at
we used on 4B Wenham,
all of this.
Yep.
saying that this is a one-time deal because there is nowhere else on this
So
property.
No, I know,
conditions
I know.
precedent?
Right.
Yes, right, but that there is nowhere else on this property to
Yeah,
place
so we'll probably
this.
do that from now on. Send it-
Yeah, that's true.
Civil
Yeah.
engineer.
He's concerned with coming back on it, I don't blame him. They tried that already.
Not really, that's going into the order, just talk about, yeah.
Okay.
Contractor, you're a contractor.
Wow.
You're not a civil engineer.
Do
Precedent,
you want your drawings back, sir?
okay, and then what else? What's the precedent one?
The right way.
Erosion controls of
Can't
contract.
have this one, she's drawing all over.
Well, I'm taking
We're
notes.
gonna bring her crayons next time.
Well, we're going to keep one copy for the record, right? And Brooke, if you would, color the lines on that, okay?
I will, yeah, for the file. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So.
Thank you, John.
Any other business?
Do we have all
Thank you, sir.
Do we have all the order of the conditions?
No.
Do we have
Did I give it
everything?
to you to sign?
Yeah.
I didn't do a lot of the special conditions because I had the original one, so I'm just gonna have to redo the special conditions, but
All right, but I just want to make sure that we know what we're going to put down.
we're gonna put that about the precedent.
Okay.
We're not gonna say anything about the septic now, right? Nothing about the septic.
Well, we already said we approved it,
Yeah.
that's based on the drawings.
The posts,
The posts?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
notice
65-foot
you,
post.
You know, one of those news
65,
people, you know, fake news people.
Should we put something by maybe like not having that area be lawn or
Do you want
something?
to do something about that?
Let the area
Yes,
go back
yes,
naturally?
grass, he's gonna let it go back to
I
natural.
mean, he's fine with that, because he doesn't really want to lie, I know that, okay.
So the backyard will be a natural
So that- yeah.
habitat, so there'll be no grass, no.
Yeah,
I got my degree in criminology, never used it.
That's mine too, never used it.
yeah,
You did too?
Yep.
that's good,
I
because
went
most
to
people
West
want to do
State.
a lawn. you know, I don't
We couldn't afford Bridgefield.
And
That was from Amherst
the
anyhow.
precedent is, does the precedent language include that we allow this because it is the only place on the property
It
this?
did on Emerson's, the way we worded it,
Okay.
yeah.
As long as
Yeah.
it states that.
And Rich Cirque was fine with it.
Right,
Doesn't
but,
have to, but it's a good idea
No,
to, because every variance is a standalone and has nothing to do with befores and afters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's we almost said like a hardship.
Yeah, well, that's actually what's in the bylaw, is the word hardship is in the
Yeah.
bylaw.
right, but we should,
Yeah, we'll all sign it. You'll be
Mr. Cirque
signing
tried
it.
to get around
Start seeing
that.
the
Yeah,
signs.
yeah,
last time, so.
yes.
If you don't.
I think that every time we have something come up
You
like
have
this,
to
if we have it in the order
be
of
at every
conditions,
meeting.
Yeah.
it can't be used against us.
That's right.
Well, with the new project, I think Cirque was okay with it, but before, when he was coming back with all the other,
I think he was under pressure from his
And you
client
read
to
up
try
the
and
notes.
make him a new
It's
skating board.
Okay.
He could sleaze on something else. Anyway,
I think that guy's
I've been
in
doing
Center
this
Street.
forever. No. They do
okay,
have
we have two people sitting in the audience. Excuse me,
Massachusetts
yeah.
Conservation Commission, is that
Hi, are you here for,
Look them up online.
what are you here for, sir?
We sent you to school.
That's been continued.
They requested a
Take the
continuance
basics,
till the
that nine
16th?
courses,
Yeah.
Take the basics,
Yeah.
pretty easy stuff.
And
But
this-
thanks for stopping in.
A lot of fun.
Oh, okay.
Related to one of the members, just making sure he's being a good guy.
Oh, I see, yeah, so that's making sure this is where he's really going.
Yeah, yeah.
My wife said, why don't you come sit in the
He's
audience?
not
She says, I don't like the chairs.
He's not sneaking off to meet his girlfriend.
At 7 o'clock, I'm leaving, hon. I won't be home till about 11. But I'm going to a Conservation Commission
Look like
meeting.
that type.
I
Thank
make
you.
a motion that we adjourn.
Before you get in trouble.
Okay, then,
I'll second the motion. I'm sorry.
okay.
Somebody did it already?
Yeah.
You're just too quick for me
I'm
today.
sorry.
Moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed 4-0-1.
Actually, no, it can pass 5-0.
5-0.
He can make,
Oh, he can
he can vote on the
He can vote on
adjournment.
closing. That's about all
You
he's
can have
good for right now.
Tim,